What's up YouTube? Today is just going to be a quick little video, and it's going to be basically if you have an RC that takes oil filled shocks, it's going to be how to take them apart, clean them and refill them with oil. The first thing I'm going to do is take off this little spacer right here so I don't lose it. The next step is going to be pulling the spring back and this little clip at the end. You need to get it unseated from the thread, and then it has a little groove and it just slides out. And then you gently release the spring, and then you can take the spring right off. The next step you're going to want to do is just use probably like a little towel if you're concerned about scratching your shocks, which I'm not, but I'll do it this way anyway. And just hold that, and then you just loosen the top. Once that's loose, just open it up all the way, and we're going to pour out the oil that's in there. And as you can see, it is black as can be. This shock was having a little bit of problems getting stuck here, so I'm going to try my best to clean it out. I've already done the other one, and that worked out really well. For those of you that watch my channel, I bought a used Nitro Stampede, and it's in really good shape with a lot of upgrades, but it does have a few little issues I've just been working out to get it in perfect running shape. So once you get all the oil out of here, what I do is use some kind of cloth material. Back this up a bit. It's like an old sock or something, and something like a chopstick or a right size drill bit, and you just put it on the end of your sock and start pushing it in here and cleaning out any of the dirt, sand, whatever that might be stuck to the walls of the shock tower. Okay, I'll finish scrubbing that out off camera. For the reservoir, it's the same thing. Put a cloth around if you don't want to scratch it, and then just give it a little twist. And this will come off, and you should have some oil in here. Not all shocks have reservoirs, or even functioning reservoirs, so. And the oil in here is looking pretty clean. So I wonder if the reservoir in these is even working. Either way, get that cleaned out. So if you need to get a little bit more thorough cleaning like I do, you can take off this little eclip that's in here, and you basically just take a really small screwdriver and pull that out. Come on, get out of there. There we go. So you take that little eclip out, and you can pull this right out now. And if you unscrew this, there'll be some washers in here, but I don't need to do that side. I think there's 4 washers in there. And now this little piece that was in here, you can kind of just take that out. And then you can get fully inside there and clean all the way around the cylinder. I'll go ahead and just put that back together. So you put your shock up, this side down, and you just use something to push it back in to the point where it needs to be, where you can see the groove for the eclip. And then this might be a little difficult depending on your skill level, but you want to put the eclip back inside, kind of get it into position. Come on, get in there. Of course, it's giving me trouble now. There we go. So once it's in there, then you're just going to want to take your screwdriver and push it back onto the pin, and that's it. So then once you're fully cleaned, it should be a lot freer. And I noticed there's a bit of a difference. It's still a little bit sticky, but I'll have to buy new shocks eventually. But this should definitely help a lot. So now for the next step. Next step is pretty straightforward. You get yourself some oil. I went to the store and I got some Lossy racing oil. It was $5, and they didn't have 30 weight, which I heard is what a lot of people use. So they gave me 32.5. So what you want to do is have your shock all the way down and then just fill her up. And you'll see it to the top, and you should still be able to push this slowly because it has little holes in it and lets the oil get down to the bottom. And you can get any air out. There we go. And then pull that back down. Make sure the oil's topped up right to the top, and then you can just go ahead and screw your cap back on. And then just close that up. And you can use your cloth and wrench to tighten it. Don't need to make it too tight. And then the last step would be to put your spring back on. So you pull back your spring, you grab your little clip, you put it over the shock here like that, and then align the spring with it, push it into position, and let it go, and that's it. So you have a shock tower that's cleaned out with fresh oil in it, ready to go and install back on the truck. So thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and catch you next time.